morning. I welcome you to the today's online class on problem solving session on the accounts from incomplete records. In the previous class, I already solved 3 problems on this chapter. Today we move on to the next problem, that is fourth one. The problem is Mr. Vijay, a retailer, has not kept proper books of accounts. Prepare the statement of profit or loss and revise the statement of affairs from the following information. The date 1st April 2018, that is the commencement of the year. Then 31st March 2019, that is the end of the current year. Now, cash in hand 5,000, 10,000, bank 6,000, 8,000, stock 20,000, 30,000, debtors 30,000, 42,000, creditors 20,000, 25,000, bills receivable 5,000, 8,000, bills payable 3,000, 5,000, furniture 20,000, 20,000, machinery 50,000, 50,000, buildings 60,000, 60,000. Next paragraph. During the year, he withdrew rupees 500 per month and goods rupees 12,000 from the business for his domestic use. He introduced rupees 10,000 into the business on 30th June 2018. Adjustments. Number 1. Appreciate building by 20% and depreciate furniture and machinery at 10% per annum each. Second one. Write off bad debts rupees 2,000. Create provision for doubtful debt at 5% on debtors. Third one. Allow interest on capital at 10% per annum, including additional capital. Fourth one. Outstanding salary rupees 1,000. Here from this, prepare the profit or loss statement for the year ending, and at the same time revise the statement of affairs at the end of the year. So in this problem he has given us the opening assets, opening liability, closing assets, closing liabilities. But as far as our knowledge is concerned, to prepare the statement of profit or loss at the end of the year, we need to have basic 2 items. One is opening capital and closing capital. But in this problem, both opening and closing capitals are not directly given. Instead, he has given us the opening assets, opening liability, closing assets, closing liabilities. By making use of both the opening and closing assets and liabilities, we will have to ascertain the opening capital and closing capital. To ascertain the opening and closing capital, we need to calculate the statement of affairs to ascertain opening and closing capital. The format is like this. Liabilities, 1st April 2018 amount, 31st March 2019 amount. Then again on asset side, assets 1st April 2018, 31st March 2019. Now we record the respective assets and liabilities on the respective column. Cash in hand. Opening 5,000. Closing 10,000. Then bank, that is cash at bank, 6,000, 8,000. Stock 20,000, 30,000. Debtors 30,000, 42,000. Bills receivables bills receivables 5,000, 8,000, 5,000, 8,000. Bills payable, that is liability, bills payable 3,000, 5,000. Furniture assets, furniture 20,000, 20,000. Machinery, machinery 50,000, 50,000. Then buildings, $60,000, 60,000, 60,000, 60,000. Now, assets and liabilities are entered on the respective columns. Here again, one more item, creditors. Creditors, that is 20,000, 25,000, 20,000, 25,000. So, these are the assets and liabilities which are entered on the statement of affairs. Now, we close this statement. Total of the opening assets is 1,96,000. Then the same amount is written on the liabilities amount column, 1,96,000. So, capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. So, the difference between the assets and the liabilities is 1,73,000. 1,73,000. So, this is opening capital. Opening capital, that is opening assets minus opening liability is equal to opening capital. Now, closing assets, the total amount of the closing assets is 2,28,000. 2,28,000. Same amount is written on the liabilities amount column, 2,28,000. Now, from the 2,20,000, we have to deduct the closing liabilities. The value of the capital is 1,98,000. 1,98,000. That is total amount of closing assets minus total amount of closing liabilities. The differential amount is 1,98,000. This is called as closing capital. Closing capital. So, this is the primary work because we need both these aspects to prepare the profit or loss statement. Now, we move on to the next statement, statement of profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2019. Now we prepare this statement with step by step. The statement of profit or loss always started with closing capital. So, write down closing capital. Closing capital. Closing capital we already ascertained, that is 1,98,000. 1,98,000. To the closing capital we have to add Drawing during the year. Add drawings. Here the proprietor who withdrew rupees 500 per month. He withdraw cash rupees 500 per month. 500 into 12. Every month 500. For 12 months 6,000. Then stock 12,000 rupees. 12,000 rupees. So total amount of drawing comes to rupees 18,000. Total amount of drawing comes to rupees 18,000. That is 0, 0, 0, 8 plus 8, 16, 1, 2, 9, 2,16,000. From this we have to deduct, say less additional capital. Additional capital is given in the problem, that is he introduced rupees 10,000 into the business on 30th June 2018. That is the additional or fresh capital introduced by the proprietor. That is 10,000. Additional capital 10,000. So now we deduct this. Amount is 2,06,000. 2,06,000. This is the adjusted closing capital. Adjusted closing capital. Adjusted closing capital. From the adjusted closing capital, we have to deduct less opening capital. Opening capital. The opening capital we already ascertained, that is 1,73,000. 1,73,000. So the amount is 33,000. 33,000. This is gross profit. Gross profit. So from adjusted closing capital we deducted opening capital, then we will get 33,000. That is we called gross profit. From the gross profit we have to deduct, say less, deduct expenses and losses. Expenses and losses. Expenses and losses. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿರಿ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗೈನ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ ಅಟ್ 10% ಈಚ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ closing value of the furniture 20,000 on which the rate of depreciation is 10%. 20,000 divided into 10 by 100, that is equal to 2,000. Then machinery, the closing value of the machinery is 50,000 into the rate of depreciation is 10%. So amount of depreciation comes to rupees 5,000. So this is one loss, depreciation. Then write off bad debt. Bad debt means irrecoverable debt, that is purely loss, hence that is to be deducted from the gross profit. Bad debt amount rupees 2,000. Then create a provision for doubtful debt at 5% on debtor. That means the total amount of debtors 42,000. Out of this we already declared rupees 2,000 as bad debt that cannot be recoverable. Is it not? So recoverable debt is only 40,000. Even out of 40,000 we have some doubt to recover to the extent of 5%. So where we have doubt for recovery of the debt, we have to create provision for doubtful debt. Provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts. So how we calculate this provision? ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಟಾರ್ಸ್, ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಡೆಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಾಲ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 42,000. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ ರಿಕವರಿ ಆಗದೇ ಇರೋಂಥದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು? 2,000. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಈ ನಮಗೆ ರಿಕವರಬಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 40,000. ಈ 40,000 ಮೇಲೆ 5%ಅನ್ನು ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ 40,000 ಇಂಟು 5/100, that is 2,000. That is provision for doubtful debts. Okay na? Then allow interest on capital at 10% per annum. Allow interest on capital. Interest on capital. Interest on capital ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆನ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ 1,73,000. 1,73,000 into rate of interest is 10% per annum. So 10/100, that is 17,300. Then on additional capital, additional capital introduced ಎಷ್ಟದು? 10,000 into rate is 10% into what is the time of introduction of the additional capital? That is 30th June 2018. That is the last day of June 2018. Then what is the time gap between introduction of the additional capital to the date of year end? So as we introduce additional capital on 30th June, the time is to be calculated from 1st July to 31st March. 1st July to 31st March ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ? ಜೂನನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಜುಲೈಯಿಂದ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಜುಲೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜುಲೈ, ಆಗಸ್ಟ್, ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್, ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್, ನವಂಬರ್, ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್, January, February, March, 9 months. So 9/12. Amount of depreciation comes to rupees 750. Say total amount of interest on capital comes to rupees 18,050. 18,050 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ 17,300, ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ 750. ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು rupees 18,050. Then in addition thereto one more adjustment, outstanding salary. That means salary to the employees still payable to the extent of rupees 1,000. That is outstanding salary 1,000. So these are the expenses and losses for the year. The total amount of these expenses and losses comes to rupees 30,050. 30,050. From the gross profit we have to deduct the losses. The resulting figure is 2,950. 2,950. So to this add, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ add incomes and gains. Incomes and gains. ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎನಿ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ 20%. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಿನ ಬೆಲೆ 20% ಅಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಟು ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. The value of the closing value of the building 60,000. 60,000 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು? 20%. ಸೇ 20/100, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 12,000. 12,000. Say 12,000 plus 2,950, that becomes 14,950. 14,950, that is the net profit. Net profit during the year 14,950. So this is the statement of profit for the year. So this statement of profit is prepared to ascertain net profit earned by the firm during the year, that is 14,950. Then the next is revised statement of affair. Why we should prepare this revised statement of affair? For the purpose of ascertaining the financial position of the business unit. So revised statement of affairs for the year ended 31st March 2019. Liabilities amount, assets amount. Now we place or we record all closing assets and liabilities in the revised statement of affairs. Revised statement of affairs. Now on asset side, cash in hand. Cash in hand, rupees 10,000. 10,000. Then cash at bank. Cash at bank, rupees 8,000. Then stock, rupees 30,000. 30,000. Debtors. Closing value of the debtors, rupees 42,000. Put in the inner column. Less bad debt, irrecoverable debt. Less bad debt, that is 2,000 given in the adjustment. So recoverable debt is only 40,000. Even out of it, we ask to create provision for doubtful debt at the rate of 5% per annum. So less PVD, provision for doubtful debt, that is already calculated, rupees 2,000. So good debt is only rupees 38,000. Good debt or guaranteed debt is rupees 38,000. Then bills receivable. Bills receivables, rupees 8,000. 8,000. Then furniture. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ 20,000 ಲೆಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ less depreciation at the rate of 10%, we know that is rupees 2000. So present value of the furniture is only rupees 18,000. Then machinery, the machinery is also subject to depreciation. Therefore the value of the machinery is 50,000 at the end of the year. Again rate of depreciation on this 10%, so less depreciation 10%, 50,000 ಮೇಲೆ 10% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ 5,000. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ rupees 45,000. Then buildings, ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕತ್ತೀವಿ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ 60,000. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ 20%. ಇದ್ರ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ 20% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 12,000 rupees ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ 72,000. So these are the assets at the end of the year. Then liabilities side ಬನ್ನಿ. Creditors 25,000. Bills payable at the end of the year it is 5,000. Next, after knowing that ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟೀಸನ್ನು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಂತ 1,000 rupees ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರೀಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿಬಿಡಿ. ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅದು ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ₹1,000. ಇದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಾವೀಗ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಫೈರಲ್ಲಿ. 1,73,000. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಇಂಟ್ರಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಯರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ rupees 10,000. Next, add interest on capital. Interest on capital, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಅದು 18,050. Then finally profit made during the year. Add net profit earned during the year. It is already ascertained in the profit and loss statement, that is 14,950. So now you add all this, you will get 2,16,000. From this we have to deduct the drawing made by the proprietor during the year. So less drawings, that is already know that cash ₹6,000, stock ₹12,000. Total amount of drawing is 18,000. 18,000. So from this 2,16,000 we have to deduct drawings of rupees 18,000. The ultimate balance is 1,98,000. ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸು 1,98,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಯು ಟೋಟಲ್ $2,29,000. $2,29,000. So the total of the asset is equal to total of the liabilities, is it not? So that is the fourth problem. I hope that everybody clear. Here to prepare the statement of profit or loss, we need both opening capital and closing capital. For the purpose of ascertaining this capital, we will have to prepare the statement of affairs. After getting the both opening and closing capital, then we go for preparing the statement of profit or loss to ascertain the net profit earned during the year. And finally, revised statement of affairs is prepared to know the financial position of the particular business unit at the end of the year. I hope that everybody clear of this solution. Thank you.